the overall story is of people fighting for credit for creating one of the biggest toys ever, which was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So the movie, in part, traces the history and the different lines in the animated show and the movie and so forth, but it also gets inside of the actual workings of the toy industry and the actual people who made it and the fighting over who actually came up with it.
He never knew about the battle over credit for this. Like, I was really aware of that, and I've been keeping up with it for years because Roger Sweet, one of the Mattel employees who claimed he created He-Man, wrote a book which came out, I think, in 2005, and then Mark Taylor, who was another employee at Mattel, went and did some magazine interviews where he provided the magazine with artwork of some of his early designs for He-Man characters, and he said, no, I created that, Roger is lying. Then another guy from marketing, Paul Cleveland, came into the picture and also started saying, you know, like in his bio, he would say that he had created He-Man, blah, blah, blah. So I was filling him in on all that, and he didn't know about it. And then I gave him the book, and I gave him all this stuff, and I said, wouldn't it be cool if we just find these people and just, for my own edification as a He-Man fan, I thought it'd be cool to see these people address this. So I said, why don't we just find them, shoot it, and if we get something good, maybe we can make something out of it. If not, we got to meet the people who worked on He-Man.
I think this is a very honest documentary. I don't think we've manipulated anything in any way to make anybody look a way that they didn't appear to us. It's very truthful, and that's important to me and him. So it's a fine line. You don't want to look like you are manipulating the story or manipulating a person, but at a certain point it becomes part of the story and you have to do something. And you know, it does, and it makes for something fun to watch. So,
well, plus the goal all throughout, I wouldn't say the goal all throughout, but one of the early thoughts we had was, wouldn't it be cool if we could get all these people together,
right,
and have them duke it out on camera?
And in lieu of that,
the only thing we could do was just show them the footage of what the other one said, because we tried very hard to get them in the same room together.
One of the reasons why I feel it's honest is that what I wanted to capture in the movie was the experience that we had making it, which was anytime we talked to somebody, we were thoroughly convinced that what they said was true. And so we would
be driving back from the interview or flying back.
Yeah, I was like, well,
and we'd be
okay,
like,
so now we think
that's it, right? That's the guy.
And then we would talk to somebody else, and we'd go, well, now what do we think, you know? And so it was important for me to show that up and down and back and forth through the movie of what we experienced. And in the end, we didn't draw a conclusion. And even if we did, I didn't want to put it in the movie. I didn't want to make people's minds up for them. Luckily, I guess for us, we were able to sort of leave it open because honestly, that is the experience that we had.
But what the movie does do that a lot of other movies in this kind of field don't do is that, you know, in a way, it's kind of also a little bit of a character study, and that will also help the audience draw their own conclusions about what really happened, because we really focus on who these people are, what their behaviors are, why, you know, with Roger Sweet, you go into why he's a certain way and the things he says and the things he's done, and so, you know, you get an analysis of who these people are rather than just the facts of the toy was created this year, it came out that year, it sold this amount of millions of dollars.
It's not like a dry investigative
piece.
It's
not a dry investigative piece. It's actually, in a way, a bit of a character study, which makes it a little more compelling because you connect with these people.